In this video, we're going to show you to install tow mirrors on your Nissan Frontier located on either door. Now with the driver's side door opened up, we're going to have access to our panel here. There are 3 plastic retaining buttons. We're going to use our trim tool. Want to get in here, we're going to pop these. Once we pop out the centers, we can get behind the back piece of these buttons and pop them right out. Set those aside because we'll be reusing those. Grab this cover and gently pull it outward. That's going to give us access to the 3 mounting nuts right here. Let's go ahead and loosen those. Using a 10mm socket, we're going to loosen and remove the 2 lower ones first. Set those aside. Now as we remove the upper one here, the mirror may want to fall off the door. So as we're doing this, loosen and hold the mirror. Now I'm slowly letting go of the mirror and it's hanging on there. Go ahead and grab that mirror, just kind of gently wiggle it. You got to remove that. Set it aside. Now on the new mirror, there is a new gasket here. Go ahead and pop this off. And our mirrors are full manual operation. If yours are power, you're going to simply feed the electrical cord through this little cutout in the foam. And then you can go ahead and connect it as needed. Now this has a sticky back, so you're just going to gently grab that white backing, peel that off. Dispose of that. Now we're going to gently line this back up. Feed this down and line it up just on the inside and gently work your way around. Just check the perimeter. Everything looks like it's lined up absolutely perfect. Let's go ahead and feed the studs through. Now I'm going to go ahead and take one of the nuts and get that started on the upper stud here. Thread that on as far as I can. That's going to allow me to go ahead and release this mirror, and it'll be able to hang off that upper stud like so. Take the other nuts, nice and easy. Go ahead and throw it right into that socket and extension, and we're going to pop those right on. Now before we tighten this down, it's always a good habit to go ahead. We're going to close the door. We're going to inspect the gap, make sure the mirror is lined up as it should be, and then we'll come on back and we'll snug those down gently. Now this is the gap right here that we're watching for. Make sure it's nice and tight and everything's lined up, as well as coming up to the top of the mirror right here. Make sure that lines up with the door gasket itself. Everything looks like it's perfect. Let's go ahead and open up that door and go ahead and snug those nuts down. Now as I'm doing this here, I'm just gently snugging them down. I'm not using a giant impact driver, just my little electric ratchet. So snug them, come back up to the top one, and then by hand, you want to make sure that they're just snug. Do not over tighten these here. These are all snug. Go ahead and take your trim panel. Going to line this back up. Snap that back into place. And take your trim buttons, pop those in. Now once you have this cover on, you want to go ahead and repeat this process for the passenger side. Now once you've had the passenger side mirror installed, you can go ahead and manually adjust these if it requires a manual adjustment, or go ahead and adjust them via power as necessary. Now the tow mirrors themselves have the feature of a manual extension. Slide them out in a full lock position. Once you have these extended out, these make for a fantastic feature for when you're towing something. It eliminates a lot of that blind spot behind the vehicle. Now when you're all done, just simply slide them back in. At this point here, once you're adjusted, you're all set.